What's up, guys? It's your boy Vensit here, and we're just going to sit here and talk about how you can get better at Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, there's a lot of aspects to this game. It's a hugely growing game, and it's constantly getting more and more popular. So you're just wanting to get better and better, right? Well, of course, there's a lot of players out here who are much, much better than you are. So you're wanting to know how to get good? Well, if you have friends that are much better than you are, then ask them for advice. The way I got my roommate to learn Counter-Strike is I constantly criticized him. Every time he did something wrong, he knew about it. I'm not going to just let him sit there and say, good try, good try, good try. If you did something wrong, I'm going to let you know. Of course, that gets you muted a lot by your teammates, and they'll call you toxic and stuff, but really they're learning the game. And if you want people to be as good as you are, or if you want to be as good as people are, then people need criticism. If someone is watching Cat and they see a guy come up and they start moving and tapping and shooting and all that, and they're being super inaccurate and none of their bullets are hitting, and you hear everyone saying good try, don't hop on the bandwagon. Tell them, say, dude, you're walking and tapping, and sorry, that's not gonna work. You're gonna have to stop, shoot, be more accurate. So for the aspects of how you need to be good at this game, just look up tutorials on YouTube. Maybe you could even learn from yourself all the way. That's how I started. I started all the way from Silver 1 back in November of 2014. My roommate started back about 4 or 5 months ago, and he's the same rank as I am. I've criticized him all the way through it, and he is just as good as I am. If just a little, maybe less, but I can get him as far as me, and maybe even surpassing me. But you need to have, first of all, equipment. If you don't have a job, it's going to be harder on you for sure. You're going to need a decent mouse to even get aiming. If you have a Dell laser mouse and you're trying to play Counter-Strike with that, you can't expect to be nearly as good as the players who have a superior mouse. For monitor, of course, I have a 144 hertz monitor. My personal experience, it made me about 4 ranks better than I was, but it it's essential if you want to beat most players in the higher ranks. Global elites, most global elites have a 144 hertz monitor. It's just a necessity. But if you can't afford that, of course, it's not impossible because there are 60 hertz global elites. Mechanical keyboard, I would say, is probably the least important thing. A super fast reacting keyboard. Of course, personally, I have one. I don't feel much of a difference. It didn't make me improve that much. So a mechanical keyboard's probably not that great of an option. It doesn't matter. But other aspects, you're going to need to your perfect settings. Crash's crosshair server is a really good server. Going to headshot only death matches, 64 tick, 128 tick servers. All of these things will help you improve your aim tremendously. Even surfing maps can help. Your movement is also a huge part of the game. Game sense and aim is probably the two biggest aspects of the game, and you can have killer aim. You can have scream aim. You can headshot everyone left and right. I personally have a 55% headshot percentage, which is as good as most pros. But my game sense is not where I need it to be, so of course I fail sometimes. But I get caught with a nade out a lot of the time, or I'll get caught with a knife out. So personally, I like to take out my pistol a lot when I'm in competitive. I'll run around with my pistol instead of my knife because just in case that guy does come out, even if I don't kill him, I'll get that damage in them, and that's what you need. You want to get damage into them, at least to help your team, because it's a very team-based game. You can't hop in here solo queuing every match and expect to win. Of course, you're going to go against Smurfs. Of course, you're going to go against hackers. You're going to go against player players. But if you know the essentials, even Smurfs can't stop you if you have a 5-man team who knows smokes, can aim and know what they're doing, can pull off plays. I'm not talking strat roulette where you're just doing random plays. If you know what you're doing, if you give them that challenge, then they're not going to be able to stop you. I played again, and adapting is also a huge aspect in the game. If you may think that you can't ever be global, if you buy a global elite account and you play on that for a month, chances are you're going to be getting kills by the end of that month because you have to adapt. You're not just going to sit there and keep playing zero kills, zero kills, zero kills. You'll eventually learn how to kill them and you will adapt with it and you'll just do that. You will always be killing them with that same method until you get used to it. You start watching where they're going, where they go. Because globals, we all know, play different than the lower ranks. So they'll go in different spots to have different boosts and all that. And you'll be prepared for that. Prepared for nades and all. But it's just a huge part of the game. In my personal experience, I've even went against a Smurf and I got destroyed one game. I even mentioned it next game after I immediately queued after that game and got destroyed 16-3 that I would be very upset if I got queued against the same guy. Well, it turns out I knew how he played. He destroyed me the last game. The next game, I got 44 kills and we won 16-13. He still got 40 kills, but I was able to improve. I was able to adapt. Just like Hit in Dragon Ball Super, he improved. You can always improve and get better if you go against a better enemy. No matter what people say, oh, they're smurfing, that's not going to get me better. Smurfs will make you better. They may not make you better that game, but the next game, if you go against another Smurf, you may not even know he's smurfing because you're used to it. You probably just beat the hell out of him and didn't even know. And a lot of times people will call cheaters. Well, if you're going against someone who's much better than you, he's going to seem like a cheater. You can throw a smoke down in almost any map on me, and I will know still where to shoot at because game sense. You know, I know exactly where my crosshair placement needs to be on the map because of crosshair placement training. That even if smoke getting put down won't really affect me. So of course I get a lot of kills through smoke. I get called a hacker a lot. Headshot aim, I usually go only for headshots. I can spray just fine. Recoil control is a huge aspect of the game. If you're just shooting at the upper mid level, chest level, you're not you'll get kills, of course, and you'll probably think, "Oh, I'm pretty good." I've played with a streamer who she always aimed at the mid level of the body, and she was a DMG before update. And I was the same rank as her, but I was a lot better. She was always aiming like that, and I was telling her, I was like, you're not aiming, you gotta aim it for the headshot level, you gotta hit their heads. She's, I think, currently under a Gold Nova 4, maybe less, because as the update came, a lot of people got knocked out of their ranks, and that really made a lot of people not want to play anymore. But you have to understand that that's the new rank. You are the same rank. You just got put with the rest of other people. But the it's different for others. Some people were supreme and they got knocked down because when that update first came out, it was a little too much. It was knocking people out too fast for their own good, and they didn't deserve that, getting knocked down too fast. But you have to just get used to it. If you want to get into Counter-Strike Global Offensive, a game that's constantly growing and getting new players, then just keep going. I mean, there's plenty of players that are worse than you, so why not just keep going until you reach the whatever level you want to reach. You have a goal on Counter-Strike, reach it. If you don't have time to play that much Counter-Strike and you can't really do much, then on the days that you can play Counter-Strike, don't just play death matches and mess around. Why don't you just give yourself some intensive aim training, intensive training, watch yourself some pro games. There's plenty of tutorials and tricks videos. War Owl, Banana Gaming has videos, Nick Bunyan has videos, even Frankie on PC has decent videos. You just need to watch Counter-Strike videos and pro plays to watch how they execute. If you see how other people execute and you see them execute well, then you'll probably copy them and do quite well. All you need to do is learn the game. That's all it is. You don't even have to have good aim, honestly. I can't tell you how many people can kill me with just body shots throughout the whole game just because their game sense is amazing. If you have good game sense or good aim training, you can win games. If you have both, that's great for you. But as long as you have that better positioning, if you are placed in a better spot than that player and they come through and they peek you, chances are they're going to die, even if your aim isn't the greatest. But if they have superior aim and really good aim, and you don't have the greatest game sense, you can sometimes just entry frag running into a site and just kill a whole team just because of that superior aim if they can't aim over you. I personally like entry fragging. Some people can't entry frag. If you don't have a decent sized mouse pad, chances are you won't ever learn your perfect sensitivity. If you're a high sensitivity player and you have a small mouse pad, that's good for you. But if you have a big mouse pad and you find out and you could actually test out low sensitivities, then you'll know if that's your thing, if you're a low sensitivity player. There's a lot of stuff to it. I recommend you look up more videos and learn more about it. But it's just a huge game. It's a huge skill gap. You need to learn a lot more. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys have a great day.